Morning folks, Nick here, welcome back to the channel, Nick's Journey Junction. I'm here in old Cromwell town, in Central Otago in the South Island of New Zealand. Really interesting place, Cromwell. These days it's quite a tourism mecca, and it acts as a hub to Wanaka and Queenstown and other parts of the Lakes District. But some interesting things about Cromwell are that just behind me here is Lake Dunstan, and this was originally part of the Clutha River, which is New Zealand's second longest river and the longest river in the South Island, but it has the highest volume of water. It's also one of the most powerful rivers in the world, and it discharges around about 614 cubic metres of water per second in its outflow, so it's 338 kilometres long. Now, the interesting thing about Cromwell was that in 1982 work started on the Clyde Dam project, and that was one of New Zealand's Think Big schemes to create hydroelectricity, which is still a huge contributor to the power grid in New Zealand. And the Clyde Dam is actually the second largest in New Zealand. So what they had to do was they had to dam the river, and much of the original main street of Cromwell had to be flooded. So just behind us here to my left was basically where the main street of Cromwell was, and now it's effectively a lake. So we're in the historic precinct here, and just right beside us here, Athenaeum Hall. This is just a good example. This is the front of the building, so it's half covered in earth now. If we look at the photo on the wall here, you can see the original front of the building. So much of the main street totally buried. Also, some of the older historical buildings here as well, from the gold rush period. There's some remnants of those buildings. Of course, the Central Otago gold rush, famous gold rush in the southern hemisphere of the world, started in 1861 and went to 1864 after gold was discovered in a nearby township called Lawrence, about an hour from here, by Gabriel Reid, a Victorian gold miner. So the Central Otago gold rush brought about 18,000 miners to the Central Otago area. So created a vibrant economy in that era, and was a interesting time, and miners having to live and work in very difficult conditions, harsh winters and hot dry summers with little shelter. So a really interesting place. So what I'm going to do now is just go for a little walk down through the historic precinct, show you some of the old remnants of the old buildings, and some interesting points of interest, a little bit of how the miners of the 1860s lived in the area. So stand by and we'll go for a wander. Remember to click subscribe if you're enjoying the channel, and leave a comment. Stand by. Alright guys, so we're just going to take a walk down through the historic precinct. As I said, Lake Dunstan out to our right here. It's been a really hot couple of days in Central Otago. We're in the summer here, but it's just a bit of a cool front come through today. It was 31 degrees here yesterday, Celsius, and the day before about 25. So another thing that's really popular here in Cromwell now is some of the cycle trails, and you can check out one of my videos of the Lake Dunstan cycle trail that we did a couple of days ago on my channel, Nick's Journey Junction. A really lovely ride, one of the most popular rides in the world. But anyway, let's take a walk through the historic precinct. This is the remnants of the old school here on our right. So of course the more modern part of Cromwell is way up over the hill to our right now. And it was quite controversial, the Clyde Dam project, when it started. A lot of the residents had to be compensated, and their houses were demolished and flooded, and they were relocated to the other side of Cromwell. This is second school, or the remnants of. school was completed in 1874. And the roll in 1870 was 42 kids. So a couple of bike parks here. You see these along all the cycle trails, they're really great. These have been put in place. You can just put your front wheel into the park there, park your bike up. Of course, lots of nice coffee shops and restaurants and things down the historic precinct now, so it's sort of been beautified a bit and restored. So we just go back past Anthenium Hall. All completed in 1960. It's actually 1874 the original building was constructed, the Anthenium Hall. And some more modern facilities here, of course. It is a very nice area, particularly on a nice day by the lake here. So, barbecue area there. The old post office up here, Cromwell Post and Telegraph Office. Lavender grows very well in Central Otago. Bumblebees love it. Some old mining equipment here. Dredge buckets and sluice monitor gun. So bullock and cart or horse and cart was a common way to move around the area in the 1860s and 70s. As I mentioned earlier, a really harsh environment to live and operate in, and of course with the horses they needed to have blacksmiths. So this was the home of the local blacksmith. Beautiful old stonework in these old buildings and walls, all schist. A lot of schist, which is a lot of local stone and rock you find around this area. Some of these old dry schist walls. Some have been restored, but some original. Local art galleries, emporium. And the old newspaper. Shop. Take a look inside here, it's got an interesting bit of history. Again, sort of showing how people lived and worked in the early days. Some of the old typewriters and equipment.
All the Clinton fresh rolls.
And some pictures of the old Cromwell town, 1970s, demolition period. Hello. Okay team, hope you enjoyed a little bit of a walk around the historic Cromwell Precinct here in Central Otago, New Zealand. Thanks for watching everyone. Remember, do click subscribe, helps me to bring more content to you guys. And remember, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. Thanks guys, see you next time.